in honor of the fact that on Friday I'm going in to get my wisdom teeth out, and we don't know how that I'm going to take that. Now, I'm not pre-recording anything. I've decided, no, I'm going to just power through, and we'll just see what comes out over the weekend. Nevertheless, I'm going to try to make sure I get as much done with this series as possible so that I don't have to worry about falling behind and going, oh God, how am I going to finish this series? Because we're into Boston. And there's some good things going on in Boston right now. Now, I'm going to say right up front, Boston's projected to have $10.4 million in cap space with a $73 million cap. It's probably going to be more like 75, 76. It's still not a great amount of cap space compared to what some other teams are able to wield. You know, I just had Arizona on here, and their cap space is through the roof. But as a Bruins fan, I've got to say, this is a lineup that kind of makes me happy. Krejci, Bergeron, Marchand, Backes, Bolesky, Hayes, Forsback, Carlson, Nash, and Vetrano are all under contract for next year. Restricted free agent, Pasternak. He's going to get a raise. He's going to eat a lot of that $10.4 million in cap space. And Ryan Spooner, who could also eat some of that cap space if he remains a Bruin. And Noel Acciari was in the minors on the cap-friendly list, but I can't see Acciari being in the minors. And I think Charnik and DeBrusk are most likely to join the team next year. That's Jake DeBrusk. It's tough to project beyond that because I've got 14 forwards altogether here. Now, I think Bolesky's going to go to Vegas. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Bruins are going to do whatever they got to do to make sure that Bolesky goes to Vegas. And I think Jimmy Hayes is going to be gone. Some way, shape, or form, I think Hayes is going to be gone out of Boston. But I know you're not going to get anything back, so you're probably going to have to take bad money back or something to get rid of Hayes. But the blue line, I have to say, as long as it's healthy, I love the blue line. You have Krug, Chara, McQuaid, Miller, McAvoy, and Carlo. McAvoy came into the playoffs and played great. Love the kid. Love the kid's game. And Brandon Carlo should only get better from here. So when you've got Krug, Chara, McAvoy, and Carlo, I think Colin Miller's a better goaltender than Kevin Miller. And I think McQuaid belongs in there. So Kevin Miller still, to me anyways, is the guy that I'm probably likely to jettison if I'm Don Sweeney. I didn't project any other rookies into this lineup because I think it's going to be tough for a rookie to get into the Boston lineup next year. Even though Zboril has the parts and the pieces, I think Zboril being 20 and them already having a number of young defensemen on the team, I think it's going to make them hold them back for at least a year. And then in net, there's an interesting situation where you have Rask, who Dobin's still signed for next season, but I think Zane McIntyre is going to get the shot. I think, and people ask about Malcolm Subban a lot. They say, oh, you're a Bruins fan, what do you think about Malcolm Subban? I think he's done. I think he's been passed on the depth chart by McIntyre. I think Boston has shown time and time again they don't have faith in him being a backup. It's not about him being the future starter. It's about the fact that they go, like, during the summer, there were a lot of magazines saying, okay, the backup's Malcolm Subban. Clearly, the Bruins are going with Malcolm Subban. Well, nobody told Don Sweeney because in the end he went with Hudobin. Hudobin was mostly terrible for the first half of the season, and then he got it together. But with the cap space they're going to have left, it's going to be tough because, as I said, if Bolesky goes, that frees up $3 million right there. If they can get rid of Hayes somewhere, and you free up about $5 million in cap space, Pasternak eats that up. But if there's still $10 million there, I like Boston's chances because you can add a number 5-6 defenseman. I'm not projecting Lyles at all. I think John Michael Lyles is done as a Bruin. I appreciate what he's done in Boston. He did yeoman's work in his time in Boston, but I think he's done. And I don't have Schaller on this team either, and I don't have Dominic Moore or Drew Stafford because I think those UFAs are probably out, and I think Schaller's out, even though he's an RFA. Well, Schaller I could see coming back, but again, there's so much depth here. I'm excited about Forsbacka Carlson. Very much so. Almost as much as I am for McAvoy. And if DeBrusk can step in there, who knows? I think Boston's a team that's peeked back into the playoffs, got some good experience there, and I think it's going to get better from there. I genuinely believe that. Yes, I'm a Bruins fan. This jersey is my the culmination of everything in my jersey collection was this one. That I finally own it after so many years of coveting it. And I admit coveting it, even though it's a sin in the Bible, because whatever. Although it doesn't say specifically about coveting jerseys. So I might be good on that one. I might be still clean and without sin. Okay, if anybody believes that, I've got some... I think that's how everything works.
It doesn't list a lot of specific things.
But I covet jerseys, and it's okay, because there's no... Unless, see...
What is hockey like?
Hockey's at the back. Hockey's at the back of the Bible.
The back, so it's in Revelations.
Yes.
Or back as in, like, the index.
It's the Egyptian part.
The Egyptian part is not in Revelation.
Raw was big on hockey.
It's not... No, that would... No.
See, that's why you don't know it.
Shannon.
What? No. That's how it works. Raw was a big hockey fan. He taught Let taught Set, and then that's how football started too, was with that. But that's no. More into 1745 Rome.
God, no, stop it.
No, see.
Stop, no.
No.
No,
see,
we're not doing this right now. Nope.
Okay. See, hockey's...
No.
But...
Talk to your people.
It's a fascinating world. It really is. It's fascinating. So... As the hockey guy, this isn't even a light. That's my halo. Great. Now we're all choking. She got my cough. So yeah, I really like what Boston can do in the coming years. You guys can let me know why I'm wrong in the comment section below. Parade raining upon is welcome. I would understand Anaheim fans totally for feeling that need to go into the comment section down there and start tearing me a new one, but I have some genuine excitement. It's muted on the fact that Krejci has to stay healthy and show he's still Krejci. Marchand has to get it together and stop distracting the team with his antics, and whether the team will admit it or not, it definitely bothers them when he starts doing the crap that he does, and we all know it, and I'm not getting into that right now. You kind of have to get rid of Hayes. You don't necessarily have to get rid of Bolesky. I like Bolesky's physical game, but for the amount of money they're paying him, they could pay somebody less and get that same physical game. Like if Toronto said, all right, well, we'll get rid of Matt Martin, I would think Boston would be a good spot to put him. I don't think it'd happen, but that's the kind of guy that I could see fitting into Boston. Into the spot Bolesky was occupying the last, say, 30 games of the year. And you know, Riley Nash, serviceable. A lot of serviceable players, and Vetrano is that wild card that he could be a 20-25 goal scorer. And sometimes that's all you need. So let me know what you guys think. I think Boston can probably jettison some of this salary, pick up a free agent forward. I don't think they need anything on the blue line. I don't think they need anything in net. They may get a journeyman for that number 5-6 spot. A Brian Campbell would work again. I'm going to use Campbell a lot because he's serviceable, he's older, and he'll play for less money. That's the only reason I'm using him as an example. Maybe a Johnny Oduya would work as a number 6 guy in Boston. That's an example. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And thank you so much for watching. I will be doing this as the entire league, and I'm keeping it in alphabetical order. So it's Buffalo first thing tomorrow, and then that'll be Calgary and Carolina tomorrow as well. And that's on top of the fact that tomorrow we got a big game. And we're going to the States, which means, surprise, I'm going to be doing videos while I'm on the road. and I heard a tremendous sigh. I've got the new microphone now, guys. That should make a huge difference. We'll see. I'll listen before I upload it. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you all again soon.